So Simmers, to the third part of building a tiny home series on my channel. Today we are doing the micro home. If you haven't watched my other two videos, I already did a tiny home and a small home. They are the houses right next door. You guys, this was my very first time building a micro home. I did not realize how small it actually needed to be. 32 tiles is not very much once you think about it. And I was struggling to come out with a floor plan, mostly door placement. I had a vision of what I wanted it to look like, and then I couldn't execute it with how small it actually ended up being. And like, I see other YouTubers and they're like, oh, I could barely fit a bed in this corner, and oh, this trash can won't fit. I did not realize, but I furnished it very minimal in a way to where I actually had a lot of walking space, and it's very easy for your Sims to maneuver around. So that was really exciting for me to do. The house is half modern, half traditional. I wanted it to stick with this same theme and be cohesive with the rest of the neighborhood. So all the windows and doors are pretty modern, but the rest of it is pretty traditional, and the inside is just decorated how I think it would be decorated, basically the same way I decorated the other two houses. Again, this is for a girl. I realize that all three of these houses have been furnished for females because that is just kind of what I'm into. Except now, I just saw little Simsy come out with a shell challenge, and I got me kind of excited to do a bachelor pad. Should I attempt it? I'm kind of interested. I've never done anything like that before. Like, clearly doing something this small was really hard for me. Just wait till I have to do something a lot bigger, and for a guy, because furnishing for girls is just so much easier for me. The living room is so small that I'm like, perfect, I can use the Murphy bed. I've never used it before, and I decided, yes, this is my opportunity to use this like little end table thing that I wanted to use in the other house that I couldn't figure out how to get it to fit, so I didn't use it. And now I can use it, and I was super happy. So this room is so small, so it functions as a living room and bedroom, obviously with the Murphy bed. And this kitchen is so cute! I know I just changed the subject, but I loved this kitchen. It was super cute. I think the hardest part of this whole build was trying to figure out the brown swatch, because there are so many different shades of brown in our doors and windows, and they don't all match between different packs, and I really wish they would change that because it was quite complicated. I liked how I ended up using a bunch of decorations that I don't normally use, like this table, that shelf, and I end up using the bookshelf that is like a stereo bookshelf and whatever, that thing, the all-in-one. And yeah, and I just thought it was super cute. Obviously use the tall counter even though it's not necessary, just to elevate it because the ceilings are tall, so might as well use a tall table even though it was not necessary. A lot of the main features of the house, and which I've been doing to all the houses, are black and brown because it's very nice and neutral, and then you could add a very nice color palette. So I do end up adding a bunch of color to the house one way or another. And I end up not putting a rug under this table. It was just too hard to find one that would match and also fit correctly. It just did not look good, and I bet you guys could have agreed looking at the options that I was trying to choose. Oh, and I changed the wall color so many times. The Sims doesn't actually have the color I really wanted, but I got this one from the Tiny Travelers, and then it was just so complicated, you guys. The Sims need to come out with more swatches. Another swatch update, please, for not just base game, but for other packs as well. And I realized that I don't have a skill building thing in this house, so I did put that little tablet there. Just something for your Sims to do, because I realized it's a pretty bland house. And I loved how I incorporated the dresser as like a entry table, because I put like the keys, the phone, the glasses, but also like her jewelry, like, because obviously that's her dresser, and where else is she gonna keep stuff like that? And I don't know, it didn't look too cluttered, but it was like, I don't know, it was cute, so I liked it. This is me realizing I forgot to put windows in the rest of the house, so I put one in the kitchen, and I think I put one next to the back door. Yes, I do, and then I cover it with the curtain. But I don't know why I totally forgot to finish putting windows in the rest of the house. Picking art and paintings for this was a little complicated. I don't think the ones I ended up putting really matched that well, but obviously you can always change them out. I just used some like tiny traveler ones. And I loved the idea of this hanging plant. I don't really think I liked how I did it, but I knew I wanted something to hang down from the ceiling, and obviously we don't have a lot of options. And the plant that I just hung up next to the Murphy bed does not get in the way. I do test that at the end, and I was like, oh, if I put this plant here, is the bed gonna be able to come down? Yeah, it's fine. It just goes right through. It does not matter. I changed the outside of the house a lot. I knew I wanted the siding and brick theme to match the other two houses that I did, but I was like, oh gosh, I need it to be different. So, oh, sorry if you guys can hear my cat eating. Originally, yeah, I was gonna go pink, and I was like, oh, that's a bit much. And I didn't want to do blue to match the house next door, and I liked the green. I really did like the green, but the inside is like blue, and I don't know why I don't like putting those colors like together. Like, they're next to each other on the color wheel, but they're like complete opposites. I don't know, like I did that in the other house too. I had one blue room and one green room, and it just kind of irked on my nerves. And these trees are kind of complicated to decorate with. I don't get how people make it look so good, but I loved this one from the movie Hangout. I don't think I've ever used it. And fencing, I really thought maybe like a cute brown picket fence would be nice, and then I realized a giant backyard with a tiny house looks kind of weird. So I just decided to forget the whole fence like I did with the other two houses. And here's just me doing some landscaping. I do end up doing a back patio with like a pergola type thing, and so you'll see that and me building it. And whoa, what was that? Sadly, it took me the longest to try to figure out how to do the corner tiles. I knew I had to do something with the F, and I was like, do I click one of the like F's at the top, like F1, F2, F3, those ones? I was like, no. It's Control F, guys. Don't be clicking on buttons you shouldn't be clicking. And that pergola thing that I just was touching, I loved it so much. And then I couldn't find it again. I was really ticked off. I don't do a lot of actual decorating back here. I decided if it's just a single girl living here, maybe she'll have like a friend come over, maybe two, for like a chill hangout. I just realized I should have put a stereo out there to make it more convenient to hang out. But there's just a chair and a lounger, and I put like a little grill, a cute yellow one. And I'm just thinking like, yeah, it's just like a fun little hangout for the singles. And this is how you build a pergola, guys. If you don't know, you just put a base room on top, and then you add like that tiny little fence, and then you just get rid of all the insides, and it's super easy and super fun. And you could always like do different designs. Like you could just do stripes, or you could do triangles, or you could do like just a bunch of little squares. It's like really pretty fun. You just gotta like figure out a good design. Now I'm going to put in the cute little yellow grill. Guys, this is the cutest grill. I can't believe I've never used it before. And oh yeah, I put in a garden so your sim can actually do something, maybe grow her own food. Maybe just kind of like a homebody. Like she works from home, so she wants to do a lot of outdoor activities. Hang out there, read a book. I don't know, I kind of feel like that's the type of sim that will live here. And it looked a little bland, so here I am just adding a bunch of the same flowers all over the place. I used to put like so many different kinds of flowers in my builds, but I realized less is more. And here is the tour. I guess we're going straight into it. So here you go in, here's the kitchen. To the left you have your like dresser, put down your keys, get ready area. And you can go straight into the bathroom. Sorry for my dog barking just now. And it is just a 3x1, so you got a sink, toilet, and shower right there. Don't worry, it is all functional, I think. And here's the kitchen. I loved how cute it was. I don't know, guys, it's a pretty cute kitchen. It's really simple. Like other YouTubers can do better, but I enjoyed it. And that table, and then you go around the corner to the living room, and then boom! It can also turn into your bedroom at night. And walking out the back door, you have your cute little back patio area. There is the pergola right there. I just had to get it on for you guys. And you can walk over there to garden. I use a terrain paint to make it kind of look like you go walking back and forth. And I loved that detail. And yeah, it's just a really fun hangout area. There it is. And going back in. This is me testing out the Murphy bed for the first time to make sure that it will actually fit with that picture, or not picture, but the plant I hung on the wall right here. And yep, it worked. It wasn't in the way. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed my series of tiny builds. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications, and ignore my dog. I promise he won't be barking in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Dag Dag Summers.